All right. We are off. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue Zelda? Well, we're hoping to be, at least. As we get 10 arrows here in Link's house. Very shortly, we are going to be finding out what the weapon Uncle is going to have. And this has been one of my personal favorite things they've added into the randomizer, is randomizing the weapon that you can start with, because there's so many really cool strats that you can have depending on what item you get. Oh, and we're gonna get one of the nicer starts in the hammer from the Uncle, and so that's gonna make the bomb farming a lot easier for these runners as we get a big 20 out of Uncle's chest. It's gonna help them get closer to that Kakariko village money. All right, both of our runners are starting to go into the escape sequence. Let's see if they decide to... Oh man, ACM was trying to kill his guards, got a little bit trolled. As we almost get synced up first chest pickups right there, and we already have the key. So that means the rest of the items, including the map, will be in the rest of the escape sequence. All right, and it looks like as the runners are getting through here, I am going to be joined on commentary by prieR57. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, looks like maybe having a little bit of technical difficulties, but he is in here with me. He'll be joining me shortly on the mic. And really nice hammer strats as well in there, and we get some bombs. You know, we got some more bombs. That's nice. We're at 6 bombs already for both these runners, and that's quite nice.
Okay, let's try this again. Hello guys, how are you guys doing tonight? I'm just waiting on links for the race so I can watch right now, but I'll keep myself muted in the meantime.
Awesome, thank you for joining me, prieR57. Very much a pleasure.
You're very welcome.
Just to get you caught up really quickly, they got hammer from the Uncle, and that's pretty much the only major thing. I guess you can consider they've gotten bombs from a couple chests, so they're both up to 6 bombs right now, so they're going to be plenty well and good going through Kakariko village.
Yeah, not having those bomb drops is really a pain, especially in escape, and for Kakariko, then you have to go to the shop and buy some more.
Yep, exactly. So it's always a nice sigh of relief to get all of those super early. And they're gonna just try and, you know, optimize their movement through here. prieR getting a little bit worse of a snake pattern right there through that room, but makes up for it with a better snake pattern in the second snake room. So all in all, about a wash. All right, both of our runners are bombing the back of escape wall, and we get a mirror right there, and oh, an ice rod as well as 5 rupees. And with that extra bomb, Acmlm is actually going to do a slightly faster strat and bomb the wall in the back. And man, getting that ice rod super early too is quite nice. You won't have to worry about that. But we'll have to see if TR is indeed going to be a pendant or crystal once we get some access to the Dark Worlds. And we get not quite the vanilla Sanctuary Heart, but we do get a heart container in that Sanctuary chest. As it also looks like both of these runners are going to be skipping over the Lumberjack check. They're going to wait for boots for that one. And they're going to be heading over into the Lost Woods to get the item that's in the mushroom spot and the Thief's Hideout.
Yeah, it's been a very common play lately to skip the Lumberjack check because you need boots as well to be bothered. But me personally, I would just check it just for the knowledge.
Yeah, I generally do that as well, but it's definitely been a hot point of contention with how people route stuff out. I'd say it's pretty close to 50-50 whether you want the knowledge or not. And we did get the Ether Medallion, which is our first medallion of the seed right there. Don't quite know if that's going to be of use at this point, but definitely is nice to have a medallion early because it might give you early access to something.
So let's see what Blind's HUD has right now. Oh, that's weird. Okay, we got 5 arrows, 5 bomb upgrade. Oh, red rang. The lag meringue. Oh, we got. What are those?
That is some fancy piece of footwear right there. And that's going to make them go supersonic fast. So they probably won't route it in right now, but that's Bonk Rocks open. I'm sure the next time they head over to Sanctuary, which will probably be the Death Mountain trip, they'll probably check that.
Yeah, it's a little out of the way, even though you do have boots. We got the D.
And getting that D early is going to allow us some access to the end of Eastern Palace. As we get some flippers as well, we've gotten both pieces of footwear in Kakariko.
And then they get ripped off by the bottle vendor. Not a very good return on investment.
Man, we're already getting scammed, but we're not even at Zora yet. Although, I say that, in the last 2 seeds I've commentated as have a sword upgrade at Zora, as we get the power gloves in the chicken coop.
Yeah, now we're, what, 2 more piece? No, 1 more piece for Dark World access, actually.
Yeah, just that Moon Pearl. We are also a lamp away of having Death Mountain in Logic, including Tower of Hera, because we do have that hammer and can complete it. We just can't get to the basement, so if it is lamp locked or fire rod locked, that will be a bit of an issue. Oh, never mind. We have access anyway.
Wow. This is really crazy seed so far, getting all these great items. Not to mention that from what I saw from that map check, I saw regular crystals for Hera and Eastern. And then we see a bottle at the race game. Let's see if ACMLM. Yep, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, to be able to, if you're going to go back up there to activate the flute anyway, you should grab that to put the sick kid in logic as well. But this is going to be a little bit kind of frustrating for prieR as he decided to come up here to activate the flute immediately. And let's see if he does go back down or if he just goes straight up to the top of Death Mountain.
And maybe even check. Nope, he's gonna go south after doing a little bonking. Or two.
Man, this is pretty crazy. We're going to have a swag duck for both runners here in under 15 minutes. That's a particularly early flute, but those flute pickups right in Kakariko are super convenient.
Yeah, you're right there. You can just get the swag duck right then and there. Don't have to worry about anything else.
Unfortunately, prieR wasting a bomb right there, you know, having the boots, you can actually bonk that. But not that big of a deal. He's still got 7 bombs left.
Muscle memory at work. What can you do? Wait, did ACMLM check the sick kid? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. Let's see if that actually punishes him right here. No, just a piece of heart, so not that big of a deal. We're getting some bow strats from ACMLM. Oh, very nice job right there with 2 arrows to spare.
ACMLM has taken his Link's crossbow training. And so far it's... Ooh, I was about to say it's a trash cave, but we did get the fire rod. That was good.
Yeah, fire rod's really nice, because especially if they somehow get that pearl soon, then it's going to be quite nice to have Skullwoods fully completable this early. Also means that if Aghanim is required, then the fire rod makes the castle tower a lot more trivial.
So there is one little potential worry that, you know, it's nice to have the ice rod this early, but, you know, ice rod early usually it's Turtle Rock Pendant, right?
I think that's a lot of people's fears, not just the people running, but also chat. As trolly as they are, I don't know how much they like to see Turtle Rock Pendant. As we do get blue mail, which prieR may or may not be getting right now. We'll have to see how he routes this.
Oh, looks like he's going to Eastern and Sahasrara right now.
I guess just wanting to prioritize that crystal pickup more so than just getting the overworld flipper checks done. I can't blame him because you don't have enough money for Zora. As Bonk Rocks just turns out to be a piece of heart.
Well, the closet is just money and a heart piece as well.
And we've got a interesting strategy coming here from ACMLM. He's going to use the boomerang, where most people would want to have a sword first before this, or at least a hookshot. It's a little bit slower, but it can be just as consistent as having any of those. You just have to use the visual cues a little bit differently.
I'm just surprised he's not fluting up to Death Mountain going the back door.
Yeah, that's actually very true. Some people do prefer to do it from the front when they don't have a sword, but, you know, to each their own.
Well, the old man just gives a little bit of money for have for Link walking him home. I didn't see that first item for prieR though.
Yeah, I missed it as well.
And we got the Bloomerang in Side Spec Rock. I don't expect anybody to go for that.
Are we gonna get a map check from ACM right here? Now he's in the Dark Worlds. And we are not, actually. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit longer until we find out what the Dark World stuff is.
But he is going to go into Hera, and with that fire rod from Hookshot Cave, he can actually full clear it, though nobody really wants to go to Tile Room.
Oh god, and that... Well, seeing that small key in the basement is a little worrying.
And
Are indeed gonna have to go to the basement.
we definitely jinxed that. Commentator's Curse.
Oh, that's an important item though. That's some glove upgrades right there in the big chest of Eastern.
Yeah, pretty much a lot of access to a lot of things, but we still need that Rune Pearl, so that's gonna be that's not as gonna be as useful as we would like.
Even though the mitts were in logic, which is an important piece of information to know, this stuff is currently out of logic. With that fire rod, we could actually we could see Lamp and Hera. That is a very big possibility, although we did already find one of the items.
I'm actually a little surprised that Acmlm didn't do a Death Warp despite having that mirror, just so he can refill his health.
Well, they have a fairy.
Oh, I missed. Yes, I forgot that first bottle's a fairy. My mistake.
It's alright, that happens to the best of us. Even the best runners make that mistake sometimes.
Then again, I'm still eating dinner and kind of hungry, so I'm gonna make that mistake.
Hey man, we don't want you to starve. We don't want you to, like, you know, have to use a fairy of your own from starvation.
So we've only found one item so far in Hera. I didn't see how many items we found for Eastern. So I wonder if Moldor is gonna have that last item, and if Armos is gonna have that last item.
Alright, he just decided to go quickly pick up some safety hearts right there. And there's the other item, it's a piece of heart. So Hera was nothing in terms of items, but is going to provide a first crystal for ACM, as prieR is just finishing up the Armos fight and is getting that compass. And we're getting our first crystal on prieR's side at just under 19 minutes.
Yeah, always good to have your first crystal that early and not so late, as I've seen a few times.
And what a clean fight from ACM right there. That was textbook Hammer Trolldorm.
So now we're even in the crystal counts. Looks like prieR's gonna follow where Acmlm's gonna be going, and Acmlm's gonna check East Death Mountain to Paradox Cave.
Yeah, and you know what's actually kind of a big deal is with those Titans mitts, even though it's out of logic, you can actually check the Super Bunny chests on prieR's side if they don't find the pearl over here. Also, I love that reindeer bunny sprite.
Well, we get a B-Torb in a bottle at the Spiral Cave.
And having 2 bottles this early is quite nice, especially when they have flute. They can easily, you know, turn that B loose and get a potion of their choice at some point.
I wonder if it's a good B. I didn't really catch it. Then they could just sell the B and get some more money for Zora. Well, it looks like prieR is going to have a really good routing through Death Mountain because the Moon Pearl's in Paradox Cave.
Yep, there we go. So that's definitely advantage to prieR. Man, ACM is just getting bodied by those mini Moldorms. So far, nothing in the top side. Oh, that 300 rupees is actually relevant because that's going to put Zora in logic money-wise. Or not in logic, I should say, you know, feasible. It's probably a better word.
Yeah, just a few rupees short. He'll probably... Oh, he's going to head to Desert? Looks like. Or is he... Oh no, he's gonna go to Hype Cave. I take that back.
So I believe was that Desert is green pendants, if I saw it correctly. Okay, we did get a pod, blue pendant, and red pendant at Turtle Rock with the Skullwoods, and I believe that was Misery Mire are red pendants, or was that Swamp? I couldn't remember.
I didn't quite see the red crystals, but you know, I was just reminding myself how much I commentator cursed that TR. And I don't think prieR wants to use up that fairy too early.
No, that's definitely very unfortunate. Oh, and interesting. So ACM is going over to Stumpy and Digging Game first. So wants to get these out of the way before possibly taking the same portal and going over to... Oh, there's our lamp. So I was just about to say to pod with that lamp, but there's that's pod is completable now.
If they really want to go to Pendant Pod, and unfortunately prieR got Troll Dormed.
Oh God, that was so close to a middle hole fall on prieR's side, but somehow just missed it.
Walking a very tight rope there. Wow.
All right, we can breathe a little bit easier now. And showing some displeasure by continuing to hammer Moldorm after, and that's gonna be prieR's second crystal.
Ooh, powder at the Diggy game. That's very nice. Nice safety to get.
Oh, I like this rep from ACM. So he's actually going to mirror out and is going to flute over to 3, probably turn in that powder. Check stick kid and go over to Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, that's a good memory on ACMLM's part to realize, oh wait, I forgot to check Sick Kid.
Alright, let's see what the Mad Batter has for us today, as prieR's about to get a second bottle from Spiral Cave.
And the Mad Bat has Just 20 rupees, another big 20.
Ooh, he's gonna save and quit. That's an interesting choice. This might be an Eastern play instead. Oh, no. Let's see what he does. Oh, he could route in both Pod and Eastern at the same time. That might actually be a better play, and that, I believe, is what exactly he's going to do. Oh, never mind. He's lying to me.
Yeah, I don't think he really likes the idea of Pendant Pod right now. Even if it is completable, he kind of don't want to dip into Pendant dungeons when he don't want to.
Yeah, that is true. You know, you want to prioritize crystals as much as possible. And they could, could go to Skull Woods right after this, and Thieves Town. Both of those are technically completable.
And Pod is a very long dungeon to complete, so they don't want to waste the time on that if it's a pendant.
You know, with everything that they've gone so far, it's very possible it might be a while before we get a sword.
In before all the swords and pendant dungeons.
God. That would be the darkest timeline.
So yeah, it looks like the red pendants were Skull and Swamp.
Alright, so that means that hookshot cannot be in the Pyramid Fairy. Kane could be. And a sword. And I don't think anything else is useful for them at this point.
Or a fetch quest into one of those items.
Okay, never mind. There's the cane.
Kane, you dig that?
I sure can, man. I hear they're having a block party up in Dark Death Mountain.
You sure it wasn't in Meyer as well?
It could move there eventually.
So prieR right now is looking through the flank true area. I'm kind of surprised he's not doing King's Tomb. But he's gonna head into Village of Outcasts instead.
Yeah, that is a very interesting skip. Might be thinking, hey, after Skull Woods, I'll just do North Side and, and be able to mirror that in and stuff like that. That might be his thinking, but it is definitely an interesting step. Could have a sword, which would make Thieves Town a lot easier, but we'll have to, see in his actual route what he was thinking with that play.
And now we have Turtle Rock access. That's not a good sign.
And not only is it Turtle Rock access, it's a completable Turtle Rock. Oh, actually, it's not. We don't actually have Turtle Rock access because we need a sword.
Right, we still need a sword to use the magic.
Yep, and Acmlm is doing the NMG strat over here and gets it beautifully on the Armos Knights and gets his second crystal. And we'll have to see if he is going to follow in prieR's footsteps with this Village of Outcasts play, or is he going to diverge elsewhere?
And it looks like we got our second mail upgrade with prieR getting his blue mail, since he hasn't gone to Hobo yet.
Alright, that's 2 items already with that heart container. And there's our big key, so prieR's gonna head to the back side. ACM is going to Sarsaparil's closet. Oh, he's gonna flute to 4 on accident.
Looks like Acmlm will take his Village of Outcast dive. I kind of wonder if he's going to go to Skullwoods first, but I don't think so without a sword. And, well, I'm a liar now.
Alright, let's see what Skullwoods has for us here today. Just a map in the Beetle Room.
Meanwhile, that's the 3rd item in the Thieves. Just another big 20.
And let's see if prieR, you know, Hammer Blind is not the easiest thing in the world. Let's see if prieR, once he gets blind and comes back up, opts to do some Samaria strats.
Yeah, Samaria would be a lot safer than Hammer, considering the Hammer's hitbox.
Yeah. And he also lost his fairy already, so that is one extra safety that ACM has. And there are all the items. The small key is locked in the big chest, and so we are going to get the compass from good old Blinds.
This is the last chest that ACM can check, and let's see what it has. Oh, just another key. So it's... Well, actually, wait, can he check?
He can check
that bottom chest in the back of Skullwoods, but it's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, you'd probably want to do that if you had the book for Pedestal. You can just kind of loop it in right there, but without that, I think this seems like a reasonable play. So yeah, we've got some cane strats coming from prieR's side. Ooh, he's got to be a little bit careful. He's running low on hearts. Oh no, and there is a death from prieR. And again, no fairy, so is he gonna go back in for it? Is he gonna leave? No, he's gonna leave. But it doesn't matter, it's just for the crystal. There's no item on blind, so it's not as painful.
Yeah, he'll probably just come back with a sword, because it doesn't matter which weapon you use. It only takes 9 hits to kill blind. Now let's see what Acmlm finds in King's Tomb, and it's just another big 20.
Man, the swords in the seat are playing a little bit of hard to get right now. As ACM is heading back to the portal in Kakariko. So he's probably going to do that Thieves Town dip.
Meanwhile, prieR will do the blacksmith's chain, and eventually get his lamp from Stumpy, who probably shouldn't have that lamp considering he's made out of wood, but eh.
I mean, is it keep your friends close and your enemies closer? And like, I would consider a lantern an enemy.
That is true.
And if any of you are wondering why prieR, with having the boots, had to actually do the slow way, it's because if you do not have a sword, you will bonk into those pegs. Got to do it the slow way.
And more big 20s. Not that we're surprised, since there's like, what, 23 of them in the game?
Yep, there's quite a few of them in the item pool. ACM gets his red mail, which is gonna be very nice, especially when you don't have a sword and you can accidentally run into things.
Especially Dark World enemies hitting like a truck.
So, what are the places that we haven't seen so far with what we have? They have not gone to the Mire area or Desert Palace. We have the first half of Swamp Palace open. And we have Ice Palace open. And Pod is open. So we actually have a lot of things we can do.
Yeah, the only things not open are Mire and TR themselves. And Swamp, you just can't get to the back of it. Nor Skull.
Alright, prieR gets his lamp. And, you know, it will be interesting to see what prieR does at the end of all of this route. Because you could gamble the Star Swamp. He's over here for Ice Palace, so that's always an option. And you could also just kind of run through, go to Pyramid Ledge, and go to Pendant Pod. So a myriad of options.
Yeah, it's very open right now. Me personally, I would probably just want to know which medallion I would need for Mire and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I think the Desert Dip might be a little bit harder to justify, although with boots, Desert is pretty quick, and with the mirror, it's even quicker, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to just kind of go through the whole main part of Desert and maybe leave Land Molus for later.
Mind you, Desert is still a green pendant, so it's really a 3-item desert. Then if they really need to route into Pod, so they can, while they're getting an item from Sahasrara.
Also, I just saw Blind's quote right there. I find it quite funny that it's the hammer quote when they're doing hammer blinds.
I don't think he saw that coming.
I'd have to agree with you there. And ACM gets his third crystal and takes the lead in crystal count. And that red mail helping just a ton over what prieR had to deal with that Thieves Town fight.
Meanwhile, Meanwhile, prieR looking like Santa Claus now, getting the red mail from the hobo. And he's gonna flute out instead of going through Zora. That's interesting. Oh, looks like he might be doing the Meyer play.
All right, great. So we're going to have full information now on what we're going to need for no mode.
I believe that was Bombos on for Meyer.
Oh, and there's our sword. So we need one more item for go mode. But now we do have that Turtle Rock access that we were talking about earlier.
Actually, 3 items. 3 items. We need another sword, hookshot, and bombos.
Oh, I just meant additional. But yeah, 3 in total. So we might be going on a much wider goose chase than we originally imagined. And here is one of the Spear 1 progression areas that we have not seen yet, which is Agina's Cave. And let's see what it has in store for us today, and just a piece of heart.
A vanilla piece of heart, I believe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I believe that is a vanilla piece of heart. We do get confirmation that Bombos is indeed the medallion required right there on ACM side.
Looks like prieR might be doing his Skull Woods. Is he gonna go? Nope, I'm wrong again. He's gonna take out Blind, then he's gonna go up to Skull Woods.
Yeah, this is a very reasonable play. You can knock out 2 of your crystals right away. Oh, we're getting a desert dip from ACM. This is a very interesting routing choice right now, when you still have Back of Skull Woods open, and you have all of Ice Palace open. He figures it's pretty quick. Oh, there's Bombos!
Wow.
Oh, dear.
That's funny that it's on the other side of the other world of Meyer. Wow.
Guess the mirror really is a reflection of itself, isn't it?
Yep.
So ACM did get the big key out of that back chest. And we're gonna get the small key right here. And let's see if the second item is on the right side or if Landmolus is gonna have it.
And if it is on the right side, would Acmlm still go after Landmo and go for the green pendant?
If I was in his shoes, I'd probably say no, because you just got something that gives you access to another, crystal. And it's just a bomb capacity upgrade. So yeah, he is going to skip out on Landmolus right now. And is he going to go into Meyer? He's going to go Checkerboard Cave first. Let's see what he does after this.
Yeah, he might not want to dip into Meyer just yet without knowing that he has the cane, because Meyer is kind of longish, and you'd rather go mode it instead of searching for items. Then again, go mode Meyer isn't really that much different than regular dip Meyer.
Yeah, only if it's in those first couple chests, then it makes a big difference. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty similar. All right, we're gonna get some new information on prieR side. Actually, on both runners' side, we've got what looks to be. Is this gonna be a Zora play? Yes, it is. So we're gonna get information on Waterfall of Wishing and Zora, as we're gonna get some Back of Skull Woods information.
prieR doing a pretty much standard play of skipping that chest, going after Mothula, just to save time. Hopefully, Mothula will have the item.
Oh wow, that's 300 rupees. So if we were starved before the seed, we just had more rupees.
Is Zora hoarding a good portion of rupees? That'd be funny.
Unfortunately, Zora has a scam for us today.
Yeah, his item blew.
Yeah, we were definitely hoping for, maybe a better item, but definitely not a more explosive item. Oh my goodness, prieR's got to be really careful. Oh, how are these hammer hits not registering?
Come on, prieR. Come on. Take down the moth.
Oh, he takes that last little spike hit. Oh, that's such a bummer for prieR. All right. Even if that blind one wasn't costly, that was a costly death right there.
Yeah. Fighter Sword blind is not, and Hammer blind is not very easy. There's no other weapons besides Fire Rod that can, and those two that he has that can hurt blind. I'm getting my bosses mixed up. Mothula.
All right, and ACM is catching up to him very quickly right now. Oh, very nice strat in that room from ACM.
So you have dual moth fights on both screens. Ooh. prieR not starting out very well with those getting spiked a couple times.
Meanwhile, ACM is going for Master Sword spins and utilizing that lag while using the last little bit of his Fire Rod and gets all three. Oh, and he's using B-strats. I think Moth is very close to dead right now at this point.
prieR needs to be careful again. Can't take any more hits, or at least only 2 more hits from the spikes. And ACM they both take down the moth. Great job, guys.
Oh man!
And we got the Fisher Price first shield.
Yeah, that gave up ACM so much time because he was checking a bunch more overworld. So they both have 4 crystals at the same time, but prieR's got to have to catch up as far as some overworld checking. And that Bombos in Desert as well. That's gonna be a bummer if prieR does not go to Desert anytime soon.
Meanwhile, Acmlm's getting some potion. Is he thinking of an ice dip? Yes, he is. And so is prieR, actually.
So this is actually really interesting. I would say if they continue to follow each other, this is really good for ACM. Because that cane is in a very reasonable spot up on Darth Death Mountain that you'll eventually get to. Meanwhile, the Bombos Medallion is not in as forgiving of a location.
Yeah, prieR skipped out on going to desert and when he had the chance, so we don't know when he's gonna actually go back and go back to desert, look for it.
Oh man, prieR is having some serious problems with his Pen Gators.
Yeah, Fighter Sword, Ice Palace is not gonna be fun for either runner.
The other thing to take into account too here is prieR doesn't have a you know, a bottle of any potion or whatever. While ACM took the quick pit stop to grab a blue pot, without half magic and with having that Bombos is, you know, it's advantage to ACM on that Gold Stair fight.
Yeah, nobody wants to do Fighter Sword or Hammer Cold Stair. Might as well have the safeties to get a potion, use Fire Rod.
Well, this is interesting. So ACM definitely needs to... Wow, he slid into the Ice Palace bomb jump right there. That was pretty close. But I'm surprised prieR is still doing... Oh, he actually overshot it. That's unfortunate. But I'm surprised prieR is doing because he does have the Cane of Samaria.
That's actually a good point. I mean, if you're gonna full clear ice, I think it's faster to just skip. I hear it's faster to skip the Ice Palace bomb jump. Provided that you get the key in the front first, as your first chest.
Alright, there's the map. So, still waiting for some more items out of here. And there's the big key. So going to the right side was actually very nice for both of these runners. As a heads up play, we're taking that one key that they got early and going right side.
Just curious, is that Spike room chest in Logic since they don't have any safeties or the hook shots?
Yes, it is in Logic. They changed that in this version actually for this tournament, where any spike places, minus Spike Cave, are within Logic because they won't kill you. So that also, so like the Cape and the Cane of Burna could be in the Meyer Spike room as well.
Good to know. I did not know they changed that part of the logic.
Nice bomb jumping. Oh, man, that's the... Oh, no! Acmlm is out of bombs! Oh, that is absolutely tragic for ACM. And we're gonna find out, is that a problem? No, oh my god. Okay. Oh, he gets to 4 bomb drops.
ACMLM is very lucky that that was just trash in the big chest. Wow. That is crazy. And the funny thing is, he wasn't having issues with that bomb jump, the original bomb jump. And he runs out of bombs. Weird.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But here we're going to actually see the difference right now between the runners. ACM gets to use that bombos and is going to be able to get these cold stare over the corner and fire off some fire rod shots.
He's probably not going to switch to blue pot until he really needs to, because wow, he took them out very quickly with a hammer. That's very good. And we got more money on his side.
Oh, the triple! Right there on prieR's side. That was sick, dude.
Another that's a very rare strat with the hammer. I mean, considering its hitbox.
Both of these runners showing off some beautiful hammer prowess on cold stare as they both get their 5th crystal. That was beautiful.
It really shows how much practice they've done to do a hammer cold stare fight, because that's not very easy. Like I said, the hitbox is ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. And prieR is retracing ACM steps right here with that Zora check, and I don't know if he's still done that north side. I think he did. So this is one of the major areas that prieR has to catch up on. And it looks like ACM is going to do that pod dip.
Yeah, as much as we want him to go to Dark Death Mountain, he's probably not gonna bother until he gets hookshot, as I think somebody mentioned in chat earlier.
prieR gets scammed by Zora. Both our runners are on even footing. Scamness. As Kiki the monkey gives us entrance into pod. And it's got 5 items in here. And if any one of these is the hook shot, that is going to be absolutely huge for ACM.
Interestingly, ACMLM decides to go to the Bullock side of pod instead of going through the front after getting that first key. That's a little weird on the routing.
It only... I understand it. It is a bit odd, but it's a little bit better with boots. Because then you can bonk across, you know, grab the item on the bridge, and grab the basement item, the front basement item, and you can see if you know, the vanilla big key chest is skippable.
prieR finally bringing the old man to his home.
Yeah, that's almost an hour in, old man. That's pretty late. Is unsure why. Oh yeah, I remember it has no hook shot. Almost went over there.
Is prieR going to TR? Is this what I'm seeing right now?
I think so. There's nothing else over here. Boys and girls, we're getting different pendant dips at an hour in. And I couldn't ask for more hype divergence right now if I could have probably scripted it.
And it looks like, I thought the ACML was going to do the hammer jump, but he backs out at the end.
He completely debated us. Alright, so let's see if this other one is a key. There's the big key. So if this turtle chest has a small key, that means that Harmless Hellway is going to have an item. Oh, he goes into it first. So you want to open that up in the turtle room first, because then you don't have to waste time getting a key for a key right there.
Actually, you know what? It was good that ACMLM didn't do the jump, because he didn't have the big key at that time. So it was good he went to the right side. And we got another B-Torp in a bottle. It looks like Helm has an item on him.
Yes, he does. Yeah, let's see if ACM goes back in for it. And wow, ACM is going to.
Meanwhile, prieR remembers he doesn't have the hookshot and takes the vanilla way to go through that fire rod room in TR.
Unfortunately, because ACM does not have the Cane of Samaria, has to do the vanilla statue way of doing that room. Man, those chain chomps, my least favorite enemy in the whole game. Those guys just body you so often.
Considering they're also a random enemy to find that came from a different Nintendo series. And this is why people call this the Mario dungeon. What's up with all this Mario stuff?
Ooh, prieR barely missed getting sniped by that. If you actually walk into it with you facing to the right, it'll actually hit you. And just the max boost capacity upgrade for the arrows. ACM is doing some buffer strats right here. A little bit safer with the fighter sword. Oh, inside of Helmasaur's hitbox, or his visual model, and not getting hit. Seems good.
And looks like it was just, aside from the bottle, it was just trash and pod. So that wasn't really mullet action, where business in the front, party in the back. That was Crew Cut Castle. All business, no party.
I've never heard that. I actually like that. So that's a good name for it.
It's the second time I've actually said that. I'm the one that actually invented it. I don't know which comm I actually said that the first time.
Well, looks like neither of these pendant dungeons have done any good for either of our runners. Oh, is ACM going to do the front half of Swamp? Wait, where is he going? Oh, is he doing pyramid ledge? Ah, he might be doing pyramid ledge. That's what he hasn't done yet.
Yeah, neither runner has gone over to that area. Plus, they might go to catfish afterwards.
Yeah, with boots, it makes it a lot nicer. Heck of a lot nicer.
Just 5 arrows on the pyramid ledge.
Alright. Alright, Saryu. Big question. Is Laser Bridge gonna have the answer?
They don't really have many more options, so I would assume yes. There's only like Ladmo. Wait, did Ladmo have it? The green pendant. And that's about it. And mushroom. Well, mushroom might lead to something. You also need to look for the shovel. That might lead to something. And we still have catfish. Oh, there's Buck. We got the tablet access now.
Well, we can see what the tablet is. Oh my goodness gracious. Man, ACM just does not want to go up Death Mountain right now. Oh, and this is gonna... Oh boy.
This is gonna eat up a lot of time.
So, I want to bring up something interesting, because at this point, we don't have the Cane of Burna nor the Cape, and we don't have all the shield upgrades. So technically speaking, that mushroom is out of logic. And so is that book.
Yeah, you're right. That is interesting. So where are those items at then?
Good job so far on Hammer Trinex for prieR. And it's gonna start off with a spin slash and go back to some hammer strats. And very, very textbook last phase.
Yeah, that was a very quick hammer Trinex. You don't really see that very often.
So we don't know yet if either of those items on Laser Bridge will lead to anything, or if those are just more wild goose chases.
Looks like prieR's gonna get that info about the ether tab just to see what's at it, what's in it.
We've gotten both dungeon items already. We got the compass in the spike room of Meyer, and then we just got the map on the mesh bridge.
And just the heart container at ether tab.
Oh, his last bit of magic right there to get that last lantern hit. Oh, and there is our Master Sword. So we are officially, as far as knowledge is concerned, we're a hookshot away from go mode.
I would kind of laugh or cry that if hookshot was on Avicius, but looks like prieR's gonna do the right thing. He's gonna love what he sees on that torch.
Showing some displeasure, I think, with those slashes.
He's probably thinking he could have gotten that so much earlier. And oh, looks like those just both items have been found in Meyer, so ACM.
Oh, he's going for the. He has to find the big key, which I believe is in the map chest.
Fair enough. Yeah, might as well get it out of the way now and not wait till later where he might forget and then he goes into Vitreous store like, wait, you missing something?
Alright, we're gonna get a green pendant kill on Landmo right now from ACM, so this could be a big deal if this is hookshot right now. It's also a big deal if this is another sword. Because tempered versus master sword without silvers is a massive difference.
I do have to ask, could hookshot be on pedestal?
I think so. Yeah, I believe it can be on pedestal. You are quite correct. I had to think a moment for a second about hookshot logic in TR, but there, yeah, you don't need it for pretty much any room. It just makes it easier. So yeah. Oh my god, ACM just got 5 slashes on that Landmo cycle. Oh, that's... You don't see that very often.
Yeah, especially since it didn't kill that... Did it kill that snake? I don't think it did.
No, it didn't, but it made it on one spin away, which was really convenient. Oh, we're gonna get an instant turn-in on that green pendant. All right, moment of truth, everyone. Will Sahasrara have the answer we are looking for in this seed?
And it's a no, unfortunately.
Where are you going, ACM? Oh! We don't know what Lumberjack Cave is!
Remember what I said about needing information? Yeah, this would have been great in the beginning.
Oh, baby.
No,
Oh my god! Wait! That, oh god, that's the Caterpurna! Oh goodness. Alright, I got... I saw the bottom of it. It looked like metal for a second. Oh my goodness gracious.
We got debated. Dang. But looks like Acmlm is finally gonna get his red cane. Looks like it anyway.
Okay, also a quick update on laser bridge logic. That technically means that the seed could have possibly wanted you to go kill Aghanim to get the blue cane for bridge, so that means Mushroom and Book could be something. So, despite that not being accessible right now, that is a good piece of information. And yeah, no, I doubt either of these runners are going to get that.
Meanwhile, prieR does a very good job of taking out Vitreous using a mix of sword slashes and arrow shots. Almost NMG strats, except Master Sword instead of tempered.
All right, and there's the Cane of Samaria for Acmlm, and it's gonna check that first item in Hookshot Cave. And now the question becomes, do you go into Turtle Rock? Or do you go to the front half of Swamp?
Well, prieR's gonna check Bombos first before probably going back to check Swamp, because he has no other choices at the moment.
I don't believe prieR has gone into Pod.
Oh yeah, that is true. Just a Pizza Heart for from the Ether Tablet.
Oh, he's fluting away. And he's going to Pod. We know there's nothing there. I feel like I've been here before, Saryu. I feel like I've been to the point where we see our runners going to different pendant dungeons and we get nothing in them.
Yeah, this started out very fast, but turning out to be a very trolly seed.
Alright, so let's take stock. We know Hookshot can be on pedestal. What else have we not seen? We do know where Cane of Burna is, so Spike Cave is technically in the logic, and you could potion your way through it. We have Mushroom. I don't believe prieR has checked that yet. I don't remember if he did or not. And then we've got front half of Swamp on top of the pedestal.
prieR didn't check Mushroom, and unfortunately Acmlm forgot he doesn't have Hookshot.
So, how would you feel if you were in this situation right now? You're literally going to be done with the second pendant dungeon, and it has shown you nothing. I mean, how nervous do you start to get?
I would get very nervous at this point, because like now you're questioning, oh, do I really need to pull ped? Do I really need to finish all these dungeons? It's getting pretty close to that time frame right now.
And based on what we're seeing right now, you know, it's very possible that ACM is the first person to have all three pendants in tow. So we might see that sooner or later.
Because yeah, all we have right now is Mushroom and Pedestal, I believe, and Spike Cave.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. If Hookshot ends up being in Spike Cave and the seed wanted you to get that Cane of Burna, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
I would agree with you with that. Does it? But doesn't? Okay, Spike Cave. You can't even have like multiple bottles of like red goo just to get that item, correct?
Oh, you mean for it to be in the logic?
Yeah, just for it to be in the logic.
If it, I believe the logic is if it gives you a blue or a red pot and you have an X amount of hearts, it has it in the logic. But it's been a while since this has been an issue, to be quite frank.
Yeah, because I'm just reminded of one of the previous logics where they use the one-hit KO mode as their baseline. And Elminster having the info in chat that yes, you do need burn Arcane for Spike Cave. So while we have this repeat of things we've seen, please follow our runners. I've just posted a link in the chat for each of the runners' Twitch channels. Please follow the runners. They've been putting on a very good show for us, showing off some really nice skills and really good routing, and giving us a really good match.
Yeah, these guys are some of the best out there as far as the Link to the Past randomizer is concerned. And they've been showcasing it here today.
I mean, yeah, they're in the top Nintendo 64 runners here, so.
Alright, ACM doing some just casual walk-by strats right here. Making it look like a piece of cake. Man, we're gonna get synced boss battles again right here very shortly when ACM enters that Trinex room. I feel like I've seen this a lot this seed. Careful right here. Okay, he's going back to hammer, but misses a couple shots and is going to have to burn that blue pot, unfortunately. prieR Mears is going to flute away. Is he going to go for Landmower? Is he going to go for Mushroom or something completely else?
Is he going to Spike Cave?
He might be.
Does he have any safeties?
He should have enough hearts. I think this will leave him with 1 or 2 hearts left. Oh, this might not be enough. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh, I think it's with hookshot that leaves you with 1 or 2 left. Oh god. That hurts. Is it gonna take another stab at it? No. But ACM might.
Does he have an extra potion on him? I don't believe he does.
He might still have his fairy? And I think he did some better movement in there. Oh yeah, he's gonna make it. All right, is it here? Oh, it's a bottle. That's quite ironic.
That is quite the troll. Now we got a mushroom check. Let's see if the witch has it.
Oh, there it is! The hookshot was locked behind the Cane of Burna, which was locked on Laser Bridge with the mushroom, and with that, at 1 hour 26 and 20 seconds, Acmlm is officially in go mode. Holy crap, that logic.
Yeah, it was technically an agonizing seed, and also we had to dip 2 of those pendant dungeons. Wow.
That was a 10 out of 10 pun, sir. Holy moly.
Oh yeah, prieR's probably gonna be a little angry when he realizes he didn't really need to dip the rest of the desert. He could have gotten the hookshot from checking mushroom. Also, he could have had the hookshot before dipping pod, couldn't he?
Oh yeah. He did Turtle Rock as his first completed pendant, and had that mushroom. Did the Bombos tablet check? Didn't check mushroom. Did pod dip? Is doing this dip and is just leaving the mushroom to dry right now.
Oh man, I wonder if prieR just forgot he has mushroom.
Honestly, you know, when you get the book on there right after the mushroom, it's definitely understandable.
Also, since they had the powder earlier, you don't see the mushroom on the menu when you at the start. You have to press what was it, select, to switch it up.
Y button.
My mistake.
That's a really good, really solid landmo kill with having no half magic right there. And prieR's gonna get that green pendant. Alright, is prieR gonna go turn in that mushroom, or is he gonna go blind pull the pedestal? Oh, nope, he's going to pedestal.
Oh man, prieR's gonna be so mad when he gets up there. Unless it's the cape, that'd be severely ironic.
Another good thing for prieR would be silvers. I don't know if that will make up the difference at this point, but it would be something nice to get. All right. Oh, just a big 20 on the pedestal. Oh no.
Just the most common item in the game, stuck in the most trolly item you can think of. Trolly area you can think of.
I've got a feeling that prieR did forget. If he's making this play, I think I think this proves that he forgot about it. We'll have to ask him afterward if he is around to take some questions, but yeah, this play is gonna do it, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Acmlm takes out Argus very quickly and gets his big 20. Now, normally we have a game to play now that we have all 7 crystals.
We unfortunately don't have all the crystals.
Ah, fuck. God, pardon my language. I messed up. My head's not great. I need more sleep.
Put a nickel in the swear jar.
Oh boy. Maybe I should have had dinner like an hour 3 hours beforehand. Oh man.
So fully digested the system, give you all the energy you need. You fully harnessed like 30% of it.
Pretty much. I'm just reading chat right now. Did prieR pick up silvers just now?
I'm unsure. I was too worried about ACM's execution right there for a second that I completely. Yep, it's yeah, it was first chest. Wow. So I don't think that's gonna matter at this point. It still technically could, because I will say Master Sword Silverless is a very long fight. And without any cape or Burna, that is kind of an issue. Although Burna doesn't really help you. It would have to be cape.
Yeah, because Burna, if you're using Burna, you can't do spin slashes, as I recall.
That is correct.
I will laugh if the other 2 sword upgrades are on the left side of Swamp, though. Just because Acmlm just go-moded it and like missed out on all these upgrades.
We got some nice spin damage boost strats right here from Acmlm. And skewer him with 8 arrows. And now I want to continue with what you were starting before. I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier.
No worries. Now I can say it properly and have my mind correct. So we got a little game going on now that we actually have all 7 games. Crystals. Wow, I'm really out of it. 7 crystals in hand. So we got the Ganon's Tower Big Key Casting game. Unfortunately, since this isn't speed gaming, we don't track it here, but we'll still play. So we have 22 chests in Ganon's Tower. Pick a number between 1 and 22, and see if you got the guess right.
What's your guess going to be today, Mr. Sirio?
I'm a troll. I always say Tile Rune, number 22.
Man, after this seed, that's pretty brutal. I go with my lucky number 11 always. So, just dividing yours in half. Well, in normal routes. I don't know if anybody's gonna really gamble Tile Room.
Nah, that's usually the last chest, so I'd be very surprised if they did it very early.
prieR?
Oh no, prieR. He completely, yeah. This is definitely he completely forgot mushroom.
All right, and we're going to turn off the imaginary tracking wherever it was. No more bets. No more bets.
So you got number 1 is the cape. That's helpful, and 10 arrows.
That's really nice to get if they don't get any other swords. Although I'd have to think they're gonna get another sword in here, right? I mean, like, what else is there?
They have like 26 chests to check to get 2 more swords, and I am including the big key chest as well, or the big chest.
Alright, so we got 4 through 7 in here in the Stalfos room. That's not the correct button, but we do know where we are. We got both. Speaking of a map, we got both dungeon items in that room.
So 1 through 7 had nothing. Time to go to number 8, which is the double firebar room. Another 10 arrows.
Alright, we're gonna get number 9 here in the moving firebar room. Oh, there's half magic. That's also nice with that cape.
Yes, more vulnerability time to hit those spin slashes. Meanwhile, prieR's doing overworld checks that he missed. And we got lucky or unlucky number 13 having the big chest. Big key, excuse me.
So based on the guesses we saw earlier, I think the closest person was Dashworm. Congratulations. You win our gratitude and affection. prieR has not. This is what we mean earlier. Like when prieR took those 2 deaths, he didn't do any of this overworld checking that he's doing right now. So unfortunately, this is all taking him on a wild goose chase. I don't know what that word was I just said. A wild goose chase.
Yeah, this it's just so hard to watch prieR forgetting the mushroom. Actually, wait, is he walking back? Please tell me he's gonna remember now. Please tell me he's gonna remember now.
No. Oh, no, he can't do Pyramid Fairy. So I guess I thought he had checked Ledge, but maybe he hasn't. Oh, nice Lanmo 2 fight from ACM right there. Textbook with the half magic fire rod. And is going to be heading into the first Wizrobe room.
Where is prieR going now? Is he going back into Mire? Yeah, he didn't get the big key. He didn't check the big key chest in Mire, so he's gonna go there. Oh man, this is gonna take so much more time.
Oh, we found the single arrow at the top of Ganon's tower.
Yeah, not very helpful without the silvers. And hey, even more arrows.
Man, these swords just did not want to play nice.
Considering all that we've seen, are the swords in like the back? Oh, there's a shovel. That's funny.
Oh, that is a great last chest to cap this seed off. Couldn't have asked for anything better right there.
Well, will Link become a Shovel Knight now?
Holy moly. Alright, well, we're gonna get to do some geometry right here. ACM hits one back into Aga. And, oh, nice redirect on the second one to get halfway done.
That was a 1-2-1-2 against the Aghanim, and now it's time to face off against the Big Pig.
Yeah, now with that half magic and cape in tow, this is going to make this fight exponentially easier with Master Sword. He still has to do 24 spins on the last phase and 12 on the first two phases. And here is the sitting on the map for prieR. Just finished Ice Rod Cave, the last overworld check that he thinks of. And apparently thinks there's something in Village of Outcasts or Kakariko.
In Skull Woods? I thought you got everything.
I mean, to be fair, this is where you start second-guessing everything right now.
Yeah, it has been a long hour, near 44 minutes.
Alright, ACM is using that cape right now. I think may have gotten enough. Oh, oh gosh! ACM's got to be careful. Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, he turned into an elf roast right there. Ouch! I'm not even sure. Does he have any safeties left besides maybe a fairy?
I think he just has that fairy. I don't believe he has anything else. He's gonna try and do the 3 strat. controls. He waits for Ganon to get near that lantern.
I don't think he has it on this run. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the triple.
Doing good work. I believe he's already on 11 right now.
Now he switched to Fire Rod, deciding that he probably has enough magic to finish out the rest of his fight. And it'll help him get him set up for more triples.
Yep. Gives you a lot more flexibility. He only needs a couple more spins. And there we have it. ACM has taken down Ganon and is going to be winning this game 1 of this best of 3.
Put your GGs in chat for Acmlm.
Yeah, he had an official SRL time, or SRTV time, excuse me, of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 39 seconds. I will see if we can get ACM in here for an interview. And it looks like, based on the SRTV, it looks like right after that, we got a forfeit from prieR. But GG to prieR, still put up a good fight with some solid, execution. I mean, he had a couple deaths, but that Mothula was not being kind, to be quite fair to that death.
So we see Acmlm in chat. He apparently doesn't do the voice chat. So GG's to you, Acmlm. How did you think about this seed? Also, prieR is in the chat, so GG's to you, man. I know that's kind of frustrating. Do you want to know where hookshot was?
He's showing us some beautiful bombing of the hookshot right now. He's gonna quake it, do some... Doing this all in good fun, yeah. Oh, wow, it's actually going into the sprite. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that... I wonder if he'll pull a cross product and do... Oh, he's gonna do some more magic on it. But I wonder if he'd pull a cross product and just bring the big bomb over there.
Oh, yeah. I forget that you can do that. Alright, looks like prieR is in the waiting room, so I'll pull him in. Hey, welcome prieR. GG, man.
Yeah, I'm really salty about that hookshot. So it proves invincible.
It was pretty crazy. You guys, for a long time, were actually doing the crystal dungeons at the same time, but you did the Pendant dungeons in like the opposite order. You did TR first, and then while ACM was doing pod first, and then you kind of switcherooed later. But just obvious question: what happened? Did you just get the book at the same time, and it kind of didn't cross your mind afterward?
What happened was I didn't mark it in my tracker, so I didn't even remember that I got mushroom, and that's my fault to to mess that up, and yeah, I did everything I could beside turning that mushroom, and I totally forgot about it, and yeah, finally, Turtle Rock was a good call, but I was obsessed with book I just had, and checked both tablets, and I really felt behind, and did Pendant Dungeons and Blind Pool Pedestal, so
That makes sense.
I give it a try.
Man. But other than that, like for all intents and purposes, the only other kind of weird placement, which was kind of funny, was Bombos being on the Desert Torch, like right outside of Mire, which ACM actually did the Desert Dip right away and got that. But that Bombos placement didn't really matter. How did you feel like outside of the Pendant Dungeons? How did you feel with that early start? Because you did get a lot of stuff open early with that hammer, that early mitts in the Eastern Palace big chest. What were your kind of thoughts as you were trying to figure out how to route that seed in the early to mid game?
Early and mid game, you had a liberty to route the seed the standard way, making the normal checks normal checks you make in a normal seed. But after that, that Bombos placement, it makes sense to check desert, because you're right there, and it makes a lot of sense to check inside desert. So I'm not surprised ACMLM did that check way before me. That's a shame. I made the good call, but I didn't. I wasn't able to take advantage of that, and I hope I can do better next race. But ACMLM is a very strong player. Anybody knows that, and.
I mean, to be fair, you were actually, keeping up with him in general as far as progression for most of that seed. So, it was definitely shaping up to be a pretty, solid race overall. So I've got a feeling that, all of that mushroom craziness aside, I think you guys were pretty evenly matched here.
Really, after I died to blind. I died to another boss. I don't remember well.
It was that Mothula fight, but man, that Mothula was giving you nothing.
Oh my god, it took so much hammer hits. I don't know what happened. So I fell to Moldorm. I felt really behind, because I know you cannot do that against strong players like ACMLM, and I chose to gamble, make crazy gambles, and it almost paid off. But I must give him shootouts, he surely played very well and deserves this victory.
Yeah, definitely. And Sarah, do you have any more questions for prieR or to ask ACLMLM in chat?
Nah, I was actually just about to ask about the 2 deaths and how it made him feel, but he just answered that question.
Yeah, it feels. I felt very bad about that, and you cannot do that.
I don't know. I don't know if you already asked this question to ACM in chat. I do have one question for him though. If that front half of swamp, as the locations were dwindling, ever crosses mind, because that's one of the most trolliest places for the hookshot to be. I just want to know if that ever crossed your mind after the turtle rock dip. Really, I mean, gave obviously the mushroom for the hookshot, but also the book.
Yeah, I thought about that. I don't like making that play. It could have been in swamp, obviously, but I really don't like to make that play, and I chose to check pedestal first. I blind pull it.
Yeah, and it looks like ACLM said in chat, yeah, he was gonna do the same thing. If Witch didn't have it, he'd go to pedestal, then swamp.
Right. Well, any other questions, Siriu, before we wrap up?
Nope, nothing else.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this race tonight. Thank you, obviously, to our runners, ACMLM and prieR57, for showcasing their skills in this race in the top 64. They've got their next match, which is going to be tomorrow night, and I don't remember what it's going to be on, but you guys should definitely check it out if you want more of that action. I want to also thank our restreamer Hansen for putting this onto the ALTTPR randomizer set of channels, and also to Yoinker's wife for the awesome tracking during the race, and also to Siriu for hopping in with me, about 10 minutes in and doing commentary. That was a lot of fun, man.
You're very welcome, especially since I came in with food in my mouth.
All right, and I think with that, we're gonna sign off for now. We've got a race between Salty Fry and Number Play on SG4 that's still going on, so head over there and check out some more Ando and before it ends for the night. So with that, you all have a great night, and we'll catch you all later.
Laters all.